On the call today, the Crimson Tide will host Oklahoma on Saturday at 2:30 Central on ABC. For questions for Coach DeBoer, please use the raise hand function. And Coach, while we wait on any questions today, if you could please take a minute to comment on your squad as you prepare for this week's home game versus Oklahoma.
It was good to get a win again last weekend, rivalry game. That can go a lot of different directions. So, I'm proud of the guys and the way they continue to play a team football and find ways to win different ways. And we got to do it again this weekend against a very good Oklahoma team. Coach Venables done a great job putting the team together. They do a lot of the same things we do as far as hanging their hat on, turnover margin and those type of things. And it's going to be a physical game. There's no doubt. And, looking forward to the challenge.
First up, we have Kalen of the Tuscaloosa News.
Hey, Kalen, do you have an update on Quay Rousseau's status heading into Saturday?
I would say we're unsure at this point. I'm probably in that questionable range right now at this minute, but he's coming along nicely. I know I said that a week ago. I would consider it at least on, if not ahead of schedule from what we originally thought. So he's done a great job, and he's getting closer and closer. So just see how he feels here the rest of the week.
Next, we have Joe Gaither of Bama Central.
Hey, good morning, Coach. I'm wondering, with all the focus on the running game, if you could give us an update on freshman A.K. Deer. We haven't seen him since the Wisconsin game, and I just wondered if you could talk about his progress and where he is on the team.
Yeah, AK does a nice job every single day. I feel like the growth is there. It's, we saw enough of him early to know he's an explosive player. He's going to be a guy I know in our future, sooner and later, that continues to help our football team. And so, I think he's getting more and more comfortable with being here. And, I think we have a group of guys that are all – working themselves and trying to get ready to go if called upon.
Next, we'll go to Steve Moulton at WZZN.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well today, sir.
Yeah, you too, Steve.
Thank you, Coach. The biggest challenges of facing a Brent Venables kind of defense with all the multiples in particular, what are the biggest challenges in facing that type of scheme, Coach?
Well, I think it's scheme, but it's how confidently their players play within the scheme as well. They're going to show a lot of different things to you, both in the front and the back half. And so, extremely well coached. They play confidently. And then there's, a physicality about them too. They got a great combination of size and speed. They just fly around. They got an attitude about them, that they're out there to go make plays. And so, credit to everyone involved in putting it together, from coaches to staff, to coaches to players.
And I know the season did not end how you wanted it to last year. Really beginning at the Oklahoma game through the bowl game, Coach. Fast forwarding to now, how different is this energy here in November? And I know we're playing a lot of freshmen as well, Coach. How different is this team compared to this team last year at this time, Coach?
Yeah, I think we've come a long ways, and there's a lot of things that happened last year that in the off season we were able to really talk through, work through. I said it many times, your experiences really kind of, and your response to your experiences kind of shape who you are moving forward. And so, there were some games, including this one a year ago, where we really had to understand and do everything we can to not let those type of games happen again. And so I will say this: every game is its own game, and every year is its own year. I tell the guys each practice and each play is its own play. And so, this is a different year. They're a better football team. We're a better football team than a year ago. And, it's just, again, you take those experiences, and there is certainly a lot of guys that remember, what happened a year ago. And, you use that as some motivation, but this is a whole different outfit that we're seeing this year, when it comes to Oklahoma.
Thank you, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
If there are any other questions for Coach DeBoer, please use the raise hand function. Then we have a follow-up from Steve.
Coach, I wanted to ask about your linebacker core in particular on the level that they are playing at, and at least I've noticed them increasingly getting better. But what do you see during practice from your linebacker core as a whole over the last couple of weeks, Coach?
Yeah, they're definitely playing as good as they've played all season. I think it's a combination of different things. You got a Deontay Lawson, who's a veteran player who physically, is coming back all season long from what happened a year ago in this very game. And then you got Justin Jefferson, just doing a great job of taking the reps he's had and building his game. He isn't just one-dimensional. He's in there playing physical. He uses his speed, but he also just really understands what he's seeing and how our scheme fits and matches up to it. And then you got Nakai, who's come in, and I just really appreciate the patience he had. But he just every single day was diligent about his work, and he's really improved. And he should improve on a steep trajectory because everything was completely new to him coming here. And so, the fumble he forced, I think is one piece of it, but there's been a lot of plays throughout the year, and especially probably in the last 3 or 4 games where even on the sideline, I can just see how quickly he's responding, how hard he's playing confidently as well.
And Coach, at least in our world, at least there is a lot of noise around sign stealing. How big of a deal is that in your world? And especially around teams like in Oklahoma, that is at least that we're talking about in that regard. Do we make too much out of sign stealing, Coach?
From our standpoint, and that's really all I can refer to, we just assume every game that there's some element of it. And so we continue to adjust what we do. And that's, again, that's an assumption we make. And so we act accordingly.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
All right, Coach. Thank you for today.
Yep.
Do it.